Alrighty, so adding a curriculum programming. So you obviously need to build your curriculum program before you can start implementing it on your activities and your posts and things like that as well. And obviously that's done from your portal. So we've got our dummy site called Sunnyside. All the information here is fictitious. It's just to give you a few examples, and so we can, look at things together here. Okay, so obviously the first step of your curriculum programming is to create your categories or interests. These are the things that you're wanting to explore with the kids, what you're going to, what your activities are going to be based around, whether it's for the week, whether it's for the month, whether it's for, a block worth of time. This is the topics that you're wanting to investigate. You've got your munch and move. That's a pretty common one. Literacy, healthy eating, emotions, all sorts of different categories and interests. Now, this is very broad. You can put whatever categories and interests you're going to be investigating with your centre. Okay, so it's whatever works for you guys. You can delete them, you can change them, you can keep adding them. So let's say we want to investigate cooking. Okay, we pop that in there, we go update. Now we've got our cooking one here. Okay, like I said, you can delete, you can edit, you can do whatever you like. Alrighty, so now that we've got our categories, okay, we can then add our program. Okay, now a few important things to remember with the curriculum program is this thing here. Okay, the OWNA portal is very much like any other website where you've had to log into. Okay, it times out, it has restrictions, and that's for security reasons. Okay, so keep in mind curriculum programming can take that little bit longer to write. So you always want to be either saving as a draft as you go, or even if you just write it up in a Word document, then you can copy and paste it into here as well. So that's kind of our two recommendations, just so that obviously you guys don't unfortunately lose your work. You have those options as well. Okay, so our different program types. We have the standard weekly template, we have the block template, and we have upload your own PDF template. Okay, now the main things to remember with the different program types is probably the posting of them. Okay, so your weekly template, that will show up each day what activities you're doing on that day, basically. Okay, your block template will show on the first date that you want your program to start. Okay, and that's it. Because with a block template, you don't specify what days you're going to be doing those activities. So OWNA doesn't know what activities to post each day. So it shows you the whole program on that first date for them to obviously be able to follow on with that from there. Okay, and obviously with uploading your own PDF document, again, OWNA doesn't know what days you're doing such and such activities. So this one won't post to the timeline for you. Okay, so there are three options at this stage. So we can have a look at a weekly, caterpillar room program. Okay, let's say we want it to commence next week and we're going to have it ending for that week. Okay, just a 1 week program. It's up to you how long you sort of want them to go for as well. Okay, it's up to you. You can customize that too. Topics, you can do culture, you can do healthy eating, you can do, what else can we do? Food types, etc., etc. Okay, that's the topics that you're going to investigate. Rooms, again, totally up to you. You can have the same for all your rooms. Obviously, if you have less rooms, that's easier. Or if you have more rooms, you can select your room as well. Okay, your educator's responsible, pretty simple. You can obviously select who's responsible for those programs. Goals for the program. So this simply is just sort of like an overview of what your program is going to be about, and it will show here as well. Okay, your summary or focus and your categories and interests will show there. Okay, so that's your goals. Goals for this program is for That's all in capitals. Goals for this program is for the children to understand where their food comes from, etc. Okay, you can tag your EYLF outcomes to it, okay, and we'll see how that gets, reported in the summary as well in a second. Our time, our place, or sorry, my time, our place if we want that. And you've got your custom tags as well. So your custom tags is just pretty much an easier way to, I guess, filter and sort your posts or your programs, okay? Some use it, some don't. It's totally up to you and what works best, okay? So let's say we want to go with Sunnyside culture, okay? To create your custom tags in future, this one is actually under posts and manage your custom tags, okay? That's where we've created all of these ones. If we go into here, you can create them all there, okay? Now, custom tags, I believe, is just for our premium and premium plus, but you can also purchase, obviously, the app extras so for more tags as well. Categories and interests. So these are the categories and interests that we created back on that first page, okay? So here we obviously tag the categories and interests we want. Now we get this pop up here, okay? It obviously hasn't picked up that I clicked on the block. Why is it gonna do this? Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this to view how I want it. Okay, cool, excellent. Because I was fiddling around too much with that. But so here, because we've got a weekly, it's showing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. So in here, we're able to put in what we're going to do each day. Okay, you can make these bigger if you need more room to write. You can make them smaller. You can do whatever you like with them. Okay, and that's how we're going to do it. So let's see if it's going to be better for me. So you can add a few categories and interests as well for the week, however many you really want. Obviously, some, have a few areas they investigate, but it's totally up to you. Okay, so you'll fill in here what you do each week, kids in the kitchen, kids, cultural food, etc., etc. Okay, and each week each day you write in what you're going to investigate for that week. Okay, now we've got some miscellaneous topics down here as well. Again, they're kind of optional. Okay, so these are extra little topics that we've had requests from centres to pop in. So generally a lot of this stuff you will fill in after your curriculum program has been posted or during your curriculum programming being investigated. Okay, so spontaneous experiences. So if you've seen, Jenny do something special, you can obviously pop that in here as a bit of a reflection on your program. Group experiences, if everyone joined in on the cooking, that can be part of your group experiences. Your family feedback. So we will show you as well how your family can actually provide feedback on your program. And that way you can add it in there as well, again, as a bit of a reflection option. Learning extensions, same sort of thing you'll do after you've, investigated some of your areas and think, okay, well, maybe we can explore this a little bit more. Kids showed a lot of interest in a certain area. We'll use that for next week's exploring. Okay, so if we add this program, let me just fill in these bits at the top again. That's all good. Okay. Painful. Okay. Food and drink, etc., etc. Caterpillar. Okay. Let's see if that's good. Awesome. So then we can see it here, okay, the second one down. Now notice this one in orange, this is because it is still in a draft mode, okay? It being in draft, parents are not able to see it. It's obviously there for you guys to be able to keep editing. Quickly show you what a block template is. Again, it is very similar to your weekly templates. So what we can do is obviously your block template, okay? Your block template basically just means that you're going to have one block. Let me just show you, it's much easier. Here. So we're going to explore sensory this week, okay? These are the handful of activities that we're wanting to do, but we're not necessarily going to do, you know, music on one day and writing on the next day, etc., etc. We're not necessarily just going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We might explore this one today because it's raining outside, so we need an indoor activity. We might explore this one on Friday because that's what works for most of the kids. It just gives you that option to include your activities, but you don't have to have the day specified that you're going to do them as well.